So today I just wanted to talk a little about what's been kind of bothering me for a while now, especially with my background in nutrition and just my passion for health and wellness. I see a lot that frustrates me regarding dementia. So dementia has affected my family a bit, and it's going to continue to affect my family, I can just tell. So just to back up, my grandpa had dementia and he was like in a memory care facility. So I saw a lot of that. I went through all of that as a teenager, watching him struggle and my mom struggle as his caretaker. And I got a real taste of it from a young age of what it's like and how heartbreaking it is, and just seeing someone who was so happy-go-lucky and funny kind of turn in many ways, because there's obviously the forgetfulness and then, like the dementia loops, I call them. I don't know if there's like a technical term, but then just seeing the personality change as well, going from happy-go-lucky to like angry, it was really hard to watch. And he sadly passed probably sooner than he should have because of dementia. After I graduated from my master's program in nutrition, I wanted to help heal people through food because I have my culinary background. And my first job out of grad school was working as a personal chef at this like retirement community. And the setup there was like a campus sort of situation where there's maybe, 6 houses on this property and 12-ish residents in each house. And each house had their own personal chef, and we could come up with our own menu. And it was just really exciting to have that freedom and be in an environment where I can definitely help others. Well, I'm just going to say this. So it wasn't a memory care facility per se, but everybody who I cooked for had dementia. I think it was just a place where many family members found comfort in sending their loved ones. So, because it was less of like a facility and, lockdown. I don't know. It didn't have that hospital feel. It had that home feel. So it just made sense that a lot of people were drawn to that and having a personal chef. And, it was kind of hoity-toity. And it was also very heartbreaking because I was surrounded by all these folks dealing with dementia from breakfast to dinner time. And I think what was so hard, there's a few things that bothered me beyond just sadly seeing dementia affected folks around me all the time. It was the attitude that the other chefs and my boss and the higher up folks had regarding what I should cook. I mean, I had freedom, but their attitude towards the residents really upset me. So their attitude was like, well, no need in trying to fix anything. Just give them their last good year or so, however long they have to live, just like eating whatever they want, I think that was their attitude. Like, just make crap for them. Give them cake, give them cookies, make them all the crap you want, make it greasy. Don't worry about nutrition. I mean, there was a standard to them. Like, they definitely wanted you to have a veg and protein, like, couldn't serve them total crap. But anything that I wanted to do to help alleviate some of the issues that I was seeing, it was all like frowned upon and dismissed. And I couldn't believe it. Like, why would you do that to someone who's trying to help? And I still did it. I still did my little tricks. I still did everything in my conscience, that I knew would be beneficial for them. I chose the healthier proteins. And I mean, there was someone who had diabetes there, and she wanted oatmeal every day. So I always spiked her oatmeal with cinnamon. And it's funny because on my days off, so she's always getting her, blood sugar levels read. And one of like the nurses, caregivers there asked me one day when I was back at work for like my Monday, he's like, what have you been doing to so-and-so's oatmeal? because her blood sugar levels are so even keel or like lower than normal. And then when you're off, they're like spiked high again and we don't know what's going on. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's totally because I'm adding all this cinnamon to her oatmeal. And tricks like that, it was like, see guys, like this stuff works and there's proof. I mean, you're obviously having results change when I'm not there. Long story short, I was just at my uncle's funeral, and he definitely suffered from dementia, among other things, and his wife is also really going downhill with dementia, and I see it affecting some of my family members as well, closer to home. My mom, she's not going to watch this probably, so I mean, even if she does, I think it's worth noting. I mean, it's no secret that our memories get worse as we get older. And I think something that I really struggle with is this idea that like baby boomers and the older generation, they're so stuck in their ways that it's really hard to have these shifts happen where they could start either turning the clocks backwards or even just like stopping the progression. I'm also not in the same town as her. I think if I was, I could definitely like bring home cooked meals that were more mind diet friendly. And I feel like if I just sent her a bunch of recipes, she'd be open to cooking them. But honestly, I don't see her really like cooking them very often because she loves to go out, you know, like she loves going out to restaurants. And I mean, who wouldn't at her age? Like if you're just like retired and, you know, you just want to do whatever you want. Like I think that's the thing is everybody just has a certain level of like comfort that they want to meet and they think they deserve. And I think making big adjustments or sometimes any adjustments that are so different that might benefit your health a little more just might be like either a mental struggle or just so, I don't know, so hard for someone to really like conceptualize because it's not something that they're used to. Like I've been trying to get my mom to eat like and buy free range eggs and organic food forever since like my 20s. So I'm going to reveal my age sort of like for 2 decades. Okay. She just couldn't get out of her mind the fact that organic food is more expensive. But here's the thing, like she could afford it. She just didn't want to do anything to it. Like in her mind, she thought, well, I don't want to pay the money and I don't think it's really going to make that big of a difference. And it's so frustrating because I know the sign, like no matter how much I tell her how much it could benefit you and, you know, the dirty dozen and the clean 15 and all that, it's like they're not going to know until it's too late. So I guess my little public service announcement with this whole video is that every little bit matters. And I'm with all the people who are trying to be a better influence on their family members and having a hard time watching their health decline and just feeling like you're so helpless because you know what they could be doing, you know what you want to do for them, but you also know deep down that they're not going to change unless like they do it themselves, or it's something above and beyond that I'm not capable of, like being there and making food for her all the time. With all that being said, I think I am definitely becoming part of like the sandwich generation where I'm taking care of my little ones, my 6 and 8-year-old, but then I've also got to keep my mom in mind because I definitely feel like I need to take care of her, and sooner or later I am going to be taking care of her. And so this is kind of an opportunity that I feel I have right now to help educate, help guide, help inspire her in any way to start making these positive changes for her health, especially revolving around dementia and mental decline. So I think I'm going to start a series. And I know she is open to it. I just saw her and she knows that turmeric is good for her, but she's like, I don't know how to incorporate turmeric into my cooking. And so it's like, oh shoot, like I better start either making her videos or making, writing out these recipes. But for some reason, I just feel like if I send her a recipe, she's not going to do it, or she's going to forget that I sent her recipes. Oh, fire. So that's why I kind of want to make some videos, like a video series for either anyone out there who feels like this could be beneficial for their family members who need a little help and encouragement and instruction, and for the caretakers out there who want help in guiding them as well. Like if you feel lost and you don't have this background with therapeutic diets, then I'm just rambling. But okay, so stay tuned, because I'm going to start working on these recipes that I can send my mom that are more like keto based, but not totally keto, because I can't see her really like going full throttle into keto, especially when she's still, I don't know, just set in her ways, So, but incorporating more beneficial ingredients like coconut oil and MCT oil, and trying to get, those like medium chain triglycerides, and just trying to lower her blood sugar and put the healthy fats in her diet, and cutting out the inflammatory seed oils is another one. I don't think she knows all this, and I mean, I'm not there to like give her a big overhaul in her pantry and like replace everything. And even if I did, she'd probably still go to the store and just like naturally buy things, because she's like forgetting, and it's just like, it's just second nature, it's just hard. That's my whole point, is they're very set in their ways and things are second nature to them. So for the change, I think it might have to be like videos that they're watching on how to make maybe like one meal a week, just like little tweaks on how to improve your health, and especially when it comes to memory stuff. So thanks for watching. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling, but sometimes I like to break it up and be real and just have these real talks with my audience, and hopefully I can help people out there who's kind of going through the same stuff. And yeah, stay tuned, because I've got these recipes and whatnot coming up. Peace.